Hey, my friends. Just wanted to hop on real quick and talk a little bit more about the trunk show. I did a live last or earlier in the week, last week. I don't know. I'm like completely losing track of time. Um, if you're watching this on a replay, please comment replay below. If you have any experience with shopping for mother's dresses here at Botticelli, would love it if you'd leave some comments. Women take referrals word of mouth like religion, and so we appreciate the feedback. But the one thing I do want to talk about, because I've gotten a lot of phone calls today specifically about this trunk show is really for like mothers of the bride. And we say that because, I mean, yes, they're formal dresses. If you had a black tie New Year's Eve in Boston wedding and you wanted to spend in the $500 range, sure, make an appointment. Come on in. That's perfectly fine. No issues. But usually, what I've gotten a lot of phone calls today is people wanting to make appointments for the trunk show, but they're guests of weddings and, they're in the like $200 price point. I have no issue with that. Please, I don't judge anyone, but on my side of things, right? There's budgets and there's things that, as you're budgeting your household, I'm budgeting my business. So guests of weddings usually tend to shop about 4 to 2 weeks before a wedding. So I tend not to bring in those kinds of dresses until the end of March, early April. Yes, we have off-the-rack dresses in the store, but the big push of that for us will be for guests of weddings, middle March to middle April. The trunk show, this was another thing a woman asked today, that she was concerned that we would have more styles on Saturday than we would have on Monday. This is not an off-the-rack trunk show. A trunk show is we get additional samples from the company, so probably more styles than we ordinarily would carry, more sizes than we would ordinarily carry. Keep in mind, when you come into my shop and you're trying on samples, I had to buy those samples like out of pocket. So no one gives those to us. We don't get a discount on them. So there's a limit by how many dresses I can afford to have in the store. A trunk show means that the company sends me these samples. I have to pay a small fee, like a rental fee, but I have more styles than I'd normally have. I have more sizes than I would normally have. But I would have the same amount of dresses on Monday as I'm going to have on Friday. No one's walking out with these samples, okay? The samples stay in store. You can come in, you'll see everything, you'll try everything on, and we'll determine size together. Like we're going to walk you through the whole process. But I do have one client who made an appointment. She's attending a wedding and it's very high end, very upscale. And so her budget was in line with the dresses for the trunk show. Perfectly fine. Please come in. But I just want to be really clear that mother's dresses usually average in the $500 range, which is what these will average at. If it doesn't have a sleeve, for $80, they'll put a sleeve on anything for us. We can even send them your bicep measurement. So if you have lymphedema and you've got a smaller torso but a wider arm, we can accommodate that. If you want a 2-inch sleeve or you want a 20-inch sleeve, it's still a part of the $80. If it's too sheer on the top, I have a lot of heavy-chested women who really don't want to wear a strapless bra. And let's be honest, a strapless bra is a fate worse than death. And you don't want to have to wear one. They're very uncomfortable. They're expensive. You'll never wear it again. So for $50, this company will line the front and the back of the bodice so you can wear a real bra. There are modifications that we can make. They're completely different than what the average guest will wear to a wedding. So we are calling this a plus size mother's trunk show for that reason. So we do invite you to go to the website at botticelli.com, click contact us, and then you'll see book an appointment. You can go right in there, book the appointment, and then we'll go in and approve it, and you should get a text message and an email saying that you've been approved. If you've gotten any sort of email, you've scheduled an appointment with us 2 weeks ago, and now you're getting an email. For some reason, the system glitched and started sending emails out. So if I double booked an appointment, it started sending out an email to the original person who booked and said, your appointment has changed. Please disregard that. Unless you've actually gotten a phone call from me, your appointment hasn't changed. So we do ask that, because a lot of these styles that we'll have will be here for a short period of time, we do recommend that you bring with you anyone you're going to need to make decisions. I feel like every time I do one of these lives, I miss something, and then I get 19 phone calls about it, and I go, oh my God, I didn't think that would be an issue. So I'm just trying to head all things off at the pass. I don't want anyone to feel like they got here under false pretenses. I have a lot of you that are coming from very far out of state, so I want you to know what so that you can anticipate what you're looking for. We do not accept checks. We do accept credit cards, Apple Pay, and cash. Girl likes green. So please do not buy any foundations. The only thing I'm really going to recommend is that you bring a pair of slippery underwear. It doesn't have to suck you in. I don't need Spanx. Please. I had a woman call today and ask what she should bring. We will fit you for a bra here in the store, and then we can figure out what, if anything, you will need as far as a scuba suit or anything like that, because sometimes women get really excited and they go out and they buy a foundation, and they're not inexpensive, and sometimes the foundation will make the dress fit worse rather than better. So my suggestion is to you, just come on in, let us do our magic. We will make all kinds of recommendations of what it is we think you need for the dress to fit perfectly, and off you go. I really don't recommend you buying anything before you come. Bras, we will handle here. I have 2 massive cases of bras that just came in, so we will take care of that. Now, I see that a few of you, there's a dozen of you on. Does anyone have any questions? I don't know what you don't know until I figure out that you don't know it. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask ahead of time. I would ask that you not bring outside alcohol to the trunk show. Food and beverages around, thanks, Kimmy. Food and beverages around formal gowns, I'm not a huge fan of because they're very expensive to dry clean. So if you wouldn't mind, save that for after your appointment, your big celebratory bash. Trying to think what else. That's it, kids. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a really good time. I think that most of you are going to be pleasantly surprised as to the gorgeous dresses that we have, the options that are available to you. And Cindy and I have really perfected our craft. If you're bringing people with you, please make sure they're people that are kind to you and supportive of you. And we're gonna get it done. All right. And then thanks, Deb. And then every mom will receive a Botticelli swag bag, which are being put together today. So there might be a little margarita mix in there for you, because every mom needs a beverage before a wedding. If you have any questions, call the store, 401-353-0074, or ask the question in the comment below. Other people can learn from your question. And we look forward to it. And there are still appointments. We have quite a few appointments still open on Monday, and I believe Friday. We have a ton of appointments open. Saturday and Sunday are starting to book up. There might be one or two on Saturday or Sunday, but please go in, make your appointment, and we look forward to seeing you here in the store. Don't forget, we are located at 9 Cedar Swamp Road in Smithfield, Rhode Island, 02917. Have a great day, everyone.